That's an interesting Telecaster Les Paul special hybrid design. Somehow I feel like it's asking for a pick guard.
Oh, well, it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we actually have one that is getting a pick guard. Yeah. What do you think that? So people often confuse the Challenger with a Telecaster, and especially if there's a picture of just the Challenger.
Yeah, I really want to take some really good pictures of Les Paul, Challenger, Telecaster.
Yeah,
and go, what part is what?
Well, it's
some of it.
It's a single cutaway.
Well, yeah. But
the what people don't get a lot of is that if the only guitars that you know are some of the big name ones, you won't necessarily get my influences,
right?
Because like I said, but a lot of people think that, but so anyway, so if you look at if you look at a Challenger and a Tele like right up close to each other,
mm-hmm.
the only thing that's the same is that they're both single cutaways.
Yeah,
that's really it.
Telecaster's got a lumpy butt.
It does have it's got a flat butt, like a dreadnought, and the Challenger has a nice round butt like a jumbo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But people get those, like I don't know why, but people oft confuse them and mistake them for Teles, and even say, "Wow, that's a cool Tele." Yeah, but it's got a Gibson scale, and it's got a set neck, and it's got this, that, and the other. And so, so then the obvious thing is, well, so it's a Les Paul. Well, in some ways it is, and in some ways it's not.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with the Hamer guitars from the 80s, then you'll be like, oh, I totally get it now. That's where Matt drew a bunch of inspiration for the Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, and I get it.
And you can do worse than Tele and Les Paul comparisons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they're going, it looks like a PV.
Well, sure. I mean, people
like first act.
People will say anything. So.
Yeah, it's an interesting first act.
You know what though? I don't. People can say whatever they want. I have so little time for people who want to try to put me down. I'm you know what?
Don't let them put you down, Matt.
No, but like, so reading those comments, it's sort of like, come on.
It's usually entertaining, especially the first, the first hour of stuff like that is really entertaining.
You know what I have here?
Yes, I do know, but why don't you say what you have there?
I have 9 invoices for people who really, really like the Challenger Junior in TV yellow. And so that's significant. And,
Yep.
So now one guy sent me a thing, and I'm not trying to call him out, but I think his name is Jeff. He said, did you get my order? And I'm like, no, I didn't. So I sent him an invoice. So I also said, Jeff, you need to let me know if you want this, and you need to let me know, like, you need to pay the down payment before February to lock in the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to do it before 2 more people do, because to lock in the 90-day deal.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these guitars are going to be done in 90 days. In fact, I've already started on them, and they're already, the necks are fit and everything like that.
Yep.
So that does not mean there's a ton of work, like the fretboards aren't glued on and things like that. But anyway, so hey Chris, how are you today on Friday?
I'm good. How are you?
What do you? No, stop reading that. You've seen enough of that. What do you?
I can't look at stuff that I'm going to build.
Well, yeah, but it's the same invoice over and over. I'm curious what you're reading and what you see. Go ahead. Dead Air. You know how much I love Dead Air.
Got it.
So what? Well, no, tell everybody.
Got it.
Tell everybody.
Got it.
Tell everybody. Tell everybody.
I was seeing how the invoices looked.
Oh, well, so what do you think?
Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, come on. So this is where if you don't like the invoice, you can do it.
No, it looks good. I was seeing where this line was. I was, like doing the math in my head.
Oh, okay. Which the down payment?
Those 2 are different numbers.
Or the February discount one.
Look,
I even made
on.
little, like, the same thing. So I just click the one button and it does everything. So anyway, hey everybody, it's Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. And with me, as always, is my very best person, friend in the whole wide world, Chris Besker. Chris DeVille Besker. He doesn't know how to
Brome.
He doesn't know how to pronounce Broham when he reads it, but he does know how to pronounce DeVille.
LTD.
Yeah, that's right.
Brittle Chris LTD standard.
Hey, so there are a lot of people who are hanging out. Chris, why don't we take a couple of super chats? Greg Pearl sent us $5, one word, because Greg is the no nonsense guy and I love his style. Beer. Yeah. Yep. And Brad Hutchings, who another guy who is a truly awesome guy, but a man of more words than Greg, writes, you could refer to the challenger colloquially as the tellywhacker. You know, Brad, we used to do this thing where we would tell people that if you're so smart, build it yourself. And so that goes for nomenclature too. If you really want to name a guitar, this is a great opportunity for you.
I just thought of a really good one.
Okay.
Because of the car thing, we could call the new one the Challenger 2. It worked out really well for the Mustang.
Electric Boogaloo
2. And it worked really well for the Bronco 2.
I think we call it the Challenger Broham.
Let's just call it the Challenger 3.
I think the Challenger Broham makes so. But you know what though? We already have 9 invoices that say Challenger Junior, so that's what it is.
Yep.
Because we can't change the name mid thing, then people are like, well, how come I didn't get the Broham? Well, you did, but it's a different name. So yeah.
The Broham.
How come I didn't get the Brome? Well, we don't offer that, sir.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, Chris. Let's see who is here because we have so much cool stuff to talk about. Gary Redburn is here. I still keep trying to sell one to Gary because we've got one that we can paint blue. And he's like, well, I would need to make payments. And I'm like, well, we could do that, Gary.
Yeah.
So Gary, if you get an email from me later this weekend that says, dude, if you want to pay it off, throughout the rest of the year, let me know. We'll figure something out. Doug Cook is here in the chat section, but we'll be here in the shop on Sunday,
starting on
Sunday. Yeah. Lefty O is here. They're chatting back and forth. Ryan is here. Richard Perry, who is not related to Kyle Petty, but he is here.
Or Steve Perry.
That's right.
He may be. We don't know.
Doc is here. Terry's here. I'm just going to blow through. Dan is here. Carson Hammer Hansen is here. Dastardly Dave, one of the Dangerous Brothers. Tony Lopes is here. Doug Santaniello, the other Dangerous Brother. Are we including Rod H as one of the honorary Dangerous Brothers?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like the adopted.
Yeah. Okay. Mike is here from all the way in Chicago. Jim Murray is here. Jeremy Cole is here. Guys, you're all here. Sean is here. Mike is here. Doug is here. Gary Taft is here. And Gary, before we take this super chat, we're going to take the super chat and then we're going to come back to Gary. Okay. So this comes from our good buddy, Karsten Hammer Hansen. Awesome. Congratulations. I tried promoting the 180 to my buddy, but he'd rather have my Challenger. You know what? I can't blame him. And the 180 is a great name. But like I said, we already have the thing. Carson, we were working on your Flying V a little bit because we're going to be building that in the Build a Classic set neck guitar that starts on February 14th, Valentine's Day. Hey, Chris.
The room will be full of love.
As it always is. Do you have like a special someone that you want to buy like a little tasty thing for Valentine's Day, like me perhaps?
Well, yeah, if yes.
For the Valentines?
For Valentine's, yeah. Let's get Matt candy for Valentine's.
So I have it on good authority that Blake Nutter, Mrs. Nutter, has and her peanut butter brittle. I'm not sure what it is available and shipping now. And I have left a link in it because one, we like Blake Nutter quite a bit. She's very cool.
She is.
And we have no idea why she married Brian.
Yeah, no.
We have no idea why she married Brian, but she did. So there's no accounting for taste. But as I have it on good authority that one, it's shipping. 2, it's awesome.
There you go.
I don't have any of it, so
you can only take other people's words for it.
Yeah, unless you buy me some for the Valentine's Day. So yeah. Anyway, okay. So Gary Taft. Gary sent me an email and he's like, hey man, I really want to come to that Mike Learn thing. When is that, when are the days going to be, et cetera, et cetera. So I talked to Mike today. We are moving forward on the build and paint with Mike Learn for June. The one in June is not going to be a Warbird. It is my understanding now, you guys can't hold me to this, but as of today, subject to change, the build and paint with Mike Learn is a strap body, 2 AMG humbuckers, hardtail bridge from Hipshot. You get to shape the neck and do all the neck work and everything. And you get to choose, like there's a couple horror movie posters, I think it's like a Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Dryer of the Dead, Dishwasher of the Dead, something like that. And then there's a Drake Leah one. I'm not sure if you get like
don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Yeah, a
Dishes are
Zimby.
done, dude.
And a Dracula one.
And a Dracula. Oh man, is there a Wolfman?
No, I think those are the two. And then there's like a Ouija board one if you're into the horror.
Yeah.
And you're, because that's another like, thing. And then there's gonna be some other like 80. This is like a shredder kind of guitar. People are gonna go, hey, how's come there's no Floyd? Well, because Floyds are really hard to source right now. Plus, not everything needs a Floyd.
And not everybody likes a Floyd. So.
Yeah. So anyhow, so Gary, we're working on that. That's coming very, very soon. So put that in your get ready for that. Was that all I was going to talk about? So we got how much stuff we got to do today? We got a bunch.
Well, so we got a mailbag. We got a thing from Doug.
We got a mail sack.
Yeah, we got Matt and Chris's mail sack.
We haven't been over to the P.O. box in many days. Our mail sack could overflow it.
Yeah, it could. Should we get the Doug thing out?
Yeah.
Look. So I pre-slit the box.
Wow,
but I didn't open it.
What is this?
I don't know. He says it's for me.
Now it says on it, don't open it until.
Well, except he told me that I should open it today.
Well, so wait. Let everyone know though that it says on the other side.
Don't open until I'm there.
Don't open until I'm there.
I can prove that he said to go ahead and open it on this.
Well, I'm just putting it out there that this is on you.
Thinking that it was going to show up.
Okay.
Some other day and not for a live stream, but since it's here for the live stream.
Yeah.
And I pre-slit the box, but I didn't look at it.
We have no idea. Whoa. Oh, no way. That's totally cool. Did you even see it?
No. Oh, that is cool.
What's a brick?
Yeah. It's a W. It's a Buick.
Buick. Okay, yeah.
For those of you who don't know, I'm a bit of a Buick enthusiast.
Buickophile.
Yeah. That's what happens when your grandfather and your great-grandfather own a Buick dealership in Troy, Ohio.
So do you think, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So this might have been an authorized service sign from your grandpa's Buick dealership?
No. Yes.
You don't know. What? Well, that's the sticker that could have just gotten stuck onto something, right? Oh,
yeah. But it's cool. Thanks, Doug. I know exactly where I'm going to hang it.
Where?
Right in front of the car.
Yeah.
In the garage.
Cool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
Right on. Thank you, Doug. That's totally cool. All right.
I'm gonna put it back in his awesome packing too.
Well, yeah, because that'll keep it halfway safe. So yeah. Okay. All right. It's been so long since I've talked to you guys. It's been like 23 hours, 23 and hours and 15 minutes. So yeah. What else do we have to talk about today, Chris?
Well, we have a guitar reveal to do.
You think people are out there like, hey, shut up and show the guitar?
I think they are.
Well, okay, sure. So let's make them wait.
Yeah. This will be like the Al Capone's vault. You got to sit through an hour of BS.
Yeah.
And then at the end we'll go
3 hours. There wouldn't any.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm not going to be here for 3 hours.
No, but I'm trying to remember because I watched the Al Capone's
I
vault.
did too. Yeah.
It was not appointing.
No, it was the opposite of appointing.
You know what was appointing today though? That hot chicken we got at Dave's Hot Chicken. Dang, that was good. It was zesty though. Hey.
It was. Yeah, my mouth finally cooled off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every once in a while I get a repeater and I'm like, geez. Yeah.
So
who'd have thought that a hot chicken place would have chicken that was that hot? So they had like
it
5
says right
layers.
In the name.
Well, yeah, but they had 5 levels above hot.
Yeah, and the hot was screaming.
And I was like, if that's the way they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'll go with hot.
Yeah, I don't want to be a hot chicken wuss.
Yeah. I didn't want to have chicken that I was like, it could be hotter.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the move, and it was good.
You actually said it was the best chicken sandwich you've ever had.
Yeah, it was a really good sandwich. But it was hot.
When Doug comes out, why don't we go to Dave's Hot Chicken?
Okay.
And I know what I'm getting is not going to be the hot as we got today. Yeah.
It was the best chicken we've ever had.
Well,
I'm definitely getting the hot again.
Damn good. Yeah.
Doug's an adult. He can.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He knows he knows what is good and what isn't good.
Chicken.
Yeah. Just get a side of Tums on your hot chicken. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so that was good. We stopped by Austin Hardwoods and didn't find anything
Failed
that we needed.
completely.
So that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We spent a bunch of money there earlier in the week.
We did. So there was something. Oh, while we were out having lunch, we talked to Dylan McCurchie from Dylan Talks Tone.
Yes.
Who got the very, very first TV Yellow Challenger Junior, Challenger Broham, Challengers, whatever it's called. We got to call it, so we have to standardize it.
Yeah.
Since it's on the invoice, it's the Challenger Junior. How about that? Okay. So we got the Challenger Junior, said it was awesome, and posted some pictures on both the Instagram and the Facebook.
Yeah.
Insta, Google, Twitface is loaded with Challenger TV Yellow Juniors. And so that's cool.
Yep. And I'm glad that he got the guitar, that it arrived safely.
Yeah. Because you never know
with shipping, kind of a thing. Right? Yeah, you never know. Well, and I thought, with our luck, after all the hype, all of this stuff, he's gonna get it, and he's gonna let us. It's broken.
Not with my luck.
It's got damage.
I've got the Midas touch, baby. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but every once in a while you think things are going a little too smooth. We're gonna get slapped here.
Well, we often
and I thought, well, so he sent me a text and he's like, the guitar arrived, and that's all it said. And I was like, oh, great. Everything seem okay?
Yeah.
And the little bar thing's going back and forth, and it just keeps going. I'm like, oh no. I haven't opened it yet, but it looks fine. Okay. And then a little later. Yeah, it's good. So
Doug also wants to know if we can go to Odyssey or the Upright Lounge for beers, and I know we can go to at least one of those.
Yeah,
places.
There's already talk of Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
So
remember, if you remember that the Upright Lounge is Jam Jimmy's house, and he works real early in the morning. So, and he's got a new boss and everything. So he might not be available for parties. We'll see. We'll do Odyssey, Doug.
Yep.
We're gonna have a good time. The other thing is we were supposed to see Jam Jimmy tonight, and he did. Well,
here we are.
It was, hey, I might be coming over, but he made it sound like he was, So maybe we'll see him this weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that dude all year.
I saw him once, or maybe a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was sick a lot though.
Actually, I did. Did I see him this year?
Mm-hmm. Thought you did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That joke was funnier 2 weeks ago.
Rotbox, who we haven't seen for a while, says, I haven't been here for a while. He wants to know, Friday happy hour, is that the new thing? So let's talk a little bit about what we are doing for live streams. We are no longer doing our Sunday live stream. For those of you who haven't watched for a little while, the reason is we are still doing our Thursday guitar question and answer live thing. And we are still doing the Friday reveals. In fact, we're going to do a reveal all the time on Friday. Now, it might not always be a done guitar. It might be some other thing. And we thought we'd just do happy hour on Friday because happy hour on Friday is cool.
Yeah, we're taking time off on Sundays.
But we are not completely eliminating the Sunday thing. What are we doing instead, Chris?
So instead of doing goofball beer stuff, we are premiering a guitar building video every Sunday.
Yeah. So, and the cool thing about that is Chris and I will be in the comment section watching along with you guys, answering questions, saying, hey, and you don't have to drive in on Sunday because that was the thing where you had to drive a half hour here and a half hour home, sit here for an hour, or however long, and drink beer. And it kind of is a big chunk out of the day.
Well, it is. And in some ways it made Mondays even worse. And I felt in some ways like I wasn't getting. No, like
you.
Yeah, like I feel like I get more done if I take a little time off.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Sure.
Yep. Because I'm only going to get so much done. No, that's not the right way to say it.
Well, that is accurate though.
Well, kind of, but I mean, if you're, it's, I don't know, if on Sunday, when I would come in and try to be here all day, I didn't get anything done. When I came in late, I didn't get anything done.
Yeah.
But it felt like I was here all day. It felt like a regular day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Riot wants to know, I'd love to see a Texas Toast swept wing. Have you guys seen the new book on Bakersfield guitar? You wanna
I haven't seen that book. I'm actually interested in that book.
Is the swept wing thing like the Deke
That's
Dickerson
the
deal?
Hallmark was the company, and it was formed by.
But what didn't they make a swept wing before the Hallmark was a thing?
Well, no. So the original company was in the '60s.
It was actually called Hallmark.
It was called Hallmark.
Oh,
Joe
okay.
Hall and a guy named Bill Gruggett.
I would have also accepted Mark Gruggett.
Yeah, started the company. They were both ex Most
CIA operators.
No, Most Right employees, which is not anywhere near as cool as CIA.
No.
And this was in, I think, '66 when guitars were starting to take a big downturn.
Okay.
And they made 10 or 12 guitars, took them to the NAMM show, displayed them, didn't get any orders, and that was about it.
Oh, okay.
So, but the guitars are pretty neat. And then what's his face? I can't even remember his name right now. Restarted the company a bunch of years ago, and that's the modern Hallmark.
So I think I know what it sort of looks like the Batmobile. In this one.
Yeah, and the originals look exactly like that.
Well, now why would we make that when Hallmark already makes one?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, Matthew, if you have an intriguing take on this, we would love to hear it.
But I would like to see that book. I bet it's a really neat book.
There you go.
I love that. I love that old shit.
Yeah, of course. All right. Ooh, I just got a repeater from Dave's Hot Chicken too.
And I love books.
I have a pencil in my hair. Tony says, hey guys, I can't get my speakers to work. I will have to read lips. So don't go like this when you're talking to Tony.
Yeah.
Do not do that.
I'm not going to do it.
What?
See if you can read my lips, Tony.
No, come on. That's not cool.
It's not cool. And it's not, that's why I didn't do it I'm not aiming that towards Tony. It's just something that you can read. Yeah.
Like sometimes during in movies they'll even pixelate the mouth because you can see
I like baseball games because you can't hear the players, but like the pitcher and they're up there and there used to be this guy Marvin Freeman who pitched for the Rockies, and we used to always say that he was saying Marvin Freeman every time.
Marvin Freeman is about to pitch. Here comes Marvin Freeman's pitch.
He'd throw the ball and somebody'd hit a home run, and then they'd show him, and he'd be like,
do you like the baseball movies and documentary history?
I like baseball movies better than I like watching regular baseball.
What's one of your favorite baseball movies?
Major League.
That's a great one. Yeah. I do love sports movies.
Yeah, sports movies are good. But I like underdog movies.
Sure. Like Bad News Bears.
Kid, Rad, Bad News Bears. It's all the same movie. Yeah.
What was the first, Bad News Bears or Rocky? Rocky was the classic underdog.
Yeah, I don't know which came out first, Bad News Bears that's
I'm sure there's one that's before
through
that,
history. There's been that movie, Newt Rockney, All-American.
We were going to ask everybody a question about something today.
Outlaw Country.
Oh yeah, that's right. We drove down to Dave's Hot Chicken and we drove to Denver today, and we were listening to the Outlaw Country station. And Warren Zevon came on. And I'm like, I think Warren Zevon's cool. But I would not think, hey, that's Outlaw Country. And then it occurred to me, I have no idea what Outlaw Country even means.
Other than knowing for a fact, Waylon, Willie, John Paul
Jones from Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. And that's about it.
Those are all. So everything they do is Outlaw,
I guess.
I don't know.
I think they were all on that album.
Well, wait.
John Paul.
Wait. Can I ask you a question? There's an album that's like
it's called. It's
the jumping off point.
The Outlaws or something like that. I think is what they called it.
Okay.
It's Willie and Waylon and yeah.
Where does Chris Christopherson fit into all this?
I don't know. That's the thing.
If you're in a truck driving movie, you probably should be.
Yeah.
Or if you get beat up by Steven Seagal in the 90s, you should probably be.
Did he get beat up by Steven Seagal?
Yeah, remember in that one where Steven Seagal was like the Navy SEAL environmentalist guy who worked for the mining company?
Was it the one who he was also the cook? No.
No. That was the one where he was the Navy SEAL siege. Cook. Yeah. This was Fire Down Below, which the porno version of that is very different.
Also called Fire Down Below.
Yeah, sure is. And it also has Steven Seagal. Okay.
Yeah, so
all
help us
right.
out on what is outlaw country.
Yeah, so
it can't just be songs about outlaws.
Yeah, so I would like to know,
Jesse
guys,
Coulter is outlaw country.
What the definition of, like, what are the specifics around it?
Yeah.
And how does Warren Zevon fit into that?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I like Jerry Jeff Walker. Is he outlaw country?
Let's say yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Of all the people that you've named, I've actually seen Jerry Jeff in concert.
I didn't name Jerry Jeff, but yes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think I always liked him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what denotes outlaw country. The same as I don't know what denotes yacht rock. It's another one of those that you would say, well, I thought that seems like it might fit into the yacht rock category.
It's not yacht rock.
Yeah. That predates yacht rock by 4 years at least.
There are people who have the knowing of that, don't they?
Yes. Yeah. Of a totally made up genre of music. They know all about it.
No, that's not butt rock. That's
yeah.
Okay.
Butt rock, bro country.
That's bro country.
Yeah, I know what bro country is.
Oh, mercy. All right.
Yep.
Well, okay. So, you know what everyone's thinking, Chris?
Shut up.
Hey, shut up and show off the guitar.
Oh.
So why don't we show off the reveal guitar?
All
So,
right.
guys, it is not something that we still do often, but we still do it, and that is the full-on custom. You have to. Is this your drink alarm?
No, that was Dylan.
He wants to be on the live stream.
Yeah.
Well, what does Dylan say?
He sent a picture.
Okay. Well, how about we get to that after we show off the RD?
Yeah.
All right. We have to talk though.
Yep, we're good.
All right. Okay. So,
hey,
Chris,
everybody, here's a guitar.
Yeah.
So this is a Gibson RD shape.
Mm-hmm. Done by us at Texas Toast.
Texas Toast. Yeah. And the customer, I can't remember his name, even though I looked it up.
Cam something. Yes.
Cam, yeah, mm-hmm. Cam sent us the fabric and spec'd the guitar, told us what he wanted, and here it is. So this is the I hesitate to say classic RD shape, but it is in fact the RD shape. And Cam wanted the fabric top, and he wanted it bound, and it is in fact bound. And he said, I want it to be exactly like one that you guys made before, which had a 1/2-inch maple top. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is cream binding, and then so there's cream binding and then maple top. And then can we show the back a little bit? And then there is a mahogany back, which is nice. And Chris did a wonderful job with the burst, and he bursted the sides and the neck and the headstock and everything. So let's walk them through what do we got here, Chris? So our favorite tuners, Hipshot tuners, open gear.
Yep. This is a classic Texas Toast neck with a volute.
Bone nut.
Bone nut. We did 24 3/4-inch scale ebony fretboard with trapezoids. Do you think that I don't believe that Gibson offers an ebony board with trapezoids, and I don't know if they did it on the RD. I'm not an RD aficionado.
I looked up the RD yesterday. Don't know why, and read the Wikipedia article on them. That's as much as I know.
Is there anyone that I would know that was like, oh, the RD is my favorite? Not my friend Kurt Moore, who lives here in town, because I do know Kurt has or had a bunch of RDs.
Yeah. No, not that I know of.
Okay, I'm sure there's some metal guy now who has one that's tuned down to something, and he loves
maybe.
it.
Yeah, the original ones were a synthesizer based guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, designed. RD stood for research and development, and that's why they named it that. And
not Rockin' Dude.
No. Okay. And I guess at the time that it was originally introduced, Norland, who owned Gibson, also owned Moog.
Oh,
and the Moog guy did all the electronics for the RD, and it was a big flop.
So was the RD only available with a bunch of Moog stuff?
I believe so in the first year or so, yeah.
But then
25.5-inch scale.
Okay.
And so the second iteration of it, they went back to their scale, 24 3/4.
Well, of course, now the 25.5 is not foreign to Gibson.
No.
Some of the jazz boxes had.
Yeah,
I think the
but-
L5 had a 25.
Yeah,
band.
but in the world of and so they blamed
You're right.
part of it
Generally speaking,
on that. They blamed the next generation. They had the synthesizer-ish version,
Mhm.
and they also, I think, had a normal one. The RD Artist was the synth version.
Building effects and synthesizers into instruments is problematic.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants their guitar to sound like a trumpet
All the time.
Yeah.
I want it to sound like a guitar too.
Yeah. And what else did I learn about it? Yeah, but as soon as I
that's what I want my guitar to sound like.
That's my Olympic tribute. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
1980. That was the every night.
Feels so good.
Yeah. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Mangione. So as soon as I found out that this body shape was some sort of synth inspired, all of a sudden the Firebird X made a whole lot more sense.
Made a lot more sense, yeah.
Yeah, which I don't think anybody really realized it at the original time of that guitar. But anyway, they've since reissued it a bunch of times, and
the RD,
and some people really dig them, obviously, because we've made
several a couple of them.
I think 3. Yeah.
And I think that Devin, I know that Devin's plan as of the last time he talked to me was that he wants to build an RD when he's here at Bill the Classic Set Neck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm begrudgingly going to say yes this time.
This is a whole lot of guitar,
but
man.
and not because I don't think that the RD is cool, but because it's the chunk of wood is gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it's a whole lot of wood.
Yeah. Anyway, so
what else? Fabric top,
stop
tail, tunematic, volume, tone, 3-way switch.
It's the coolest.
Humbuckers to buck the hum.
Yeah.
Jack.
Now what are these? These are PRS humbuckers, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
They are.
Very excellent.
Yeah, and it looks cool, and I'm glad it's finished.
Now, here's the tricky trick bit. Where do you? What was that? See, okay. Generally speaking, if you look at the guitar and go, it's best to not do it on camera.
Compound on it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So the tricky bit is finding a case for this bad dog, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why I was looking up RDs the other day.
Yeah.
And so far, no luck.
You think Anthony Icavangelo at Flipside Music, the great American guitar store, could help us
more
find
knowledge of.
I think he's kind of an RD guy too.
Yeah, I think at one point. So he has to find a case for this. There's no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Doug, it's a 24 3/4 on this one. Mike, thank you very much for that. Joe says it looks good. Mike says, I really love that Japanese fabric. I've never seen a guitar like that before. Actually, Mike, we've done 2 guitars with that fabric. Two guys have both brought us that fabric. Ike from Flipside, the Great American Guitar Store, we did a Billy Bow with that. And then Cam sent us that stuff from all the way from Canada. Yeah. And so it's super cool. All right.
Yeah, and it is actually really neat, and it's like got some like sublimated images in it, so you're staring at it and you're like, is that another image below that? And which is weird for fabric to have that.
Yeah,
because I've seen other stuff like knots and wood grain and stuff like that.
Like look through.
This isn't that. Yeah, it's other images. It's like looking at a dollar bill. You're like, wow, man,
that's right.
I never saw that before,
you ever look at a fabric top RD Texas Toast guitar on weed?
Yeah, you ever look at
Everyone thinks all we do is sit around and smoke dope.
Yeah, well, we are in Colorado.
Well, that's just it. I mean, you and I are not dope smokers.
No, we're not.
Yeah. So we are Coors Light drinkers every so often. So
yeah. My sister lives in Nebraska, and they're thinking about legalizing marijuana in Nebraska.
Oh, you were gonna say at your sister's house?
No. She's like, she doesn't want people to move to Nebraska for weed.
For weed, but it's so like you can move all over the place.
I don't think people are necessarily. Well, they're probably there's other places to move if you want weed that aren't Nebraska.
Yeah, but if you're looking for the good life,
I really
you're
like
going to move to
farming,
Nebraska anyway.
I really like weed,
and I really don't like good Mexican food, right? Didn't you say there's
Correct.
no
Zero
in her?
yeah,
I'm sure, like
her
in
town.
bigger
I can't
places there
imagine.
are.
Well, so she lives near the Grand Island, which is the third largest
Okay.
metropolitan area.
There
in
has
the
to be
state.
good Mexican restaurants there, right?
No, there's
Really?
not a single one.
Come
It's
on.
awful. It really is awful, awful, awful.
I can tell you that one of the most beautiful places in the world is Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find any Mexican restaurants that were worth a crap.
Yeah. So
I love
some
some
other okay places there, but it's weird because it's an old railroad town, and all the new stuff is like chain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's all right, but there's not a lot of.
Cecil wants to know, how's the tone wood going to breathe with that fabric on it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you, how have you breathed through a mask for the last 2 years? That's fabric. Somehow or another, yeah. Now, if you sprayed plastic all over that mask, you wouldn't be able to breathe through it.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether the plastic was nitrocellulose lacquer or polyurethane. But anyway, but I know he's just
razzing us.
He's just messing around.
I used to think that was a real thing.
Artemis wants to know, was the fabric silk? And no, it was not silk. In fact,
it just felt like regular old.
We've discovered that the cotton polyester blend is the best stuff. The stuff they have the most of it, like fabric stores or
Yep.
Yeah.
The cheap stuff where you buy it and you go, man, I could probably do like
a buttload of guitars,
5 or 6 guitars in a yard of this stuff.
Yeah.
How much is this? $6 a yard.
Doug Santaniello is in his brand new place.
Is he good?
I asked him about that the other day because he had a bunch of his guitars on display. He's like, "Hey, everybody, check out all my cool guitars." And
was that at the new place?
Yeah, and I asked him, I'm like, "Is that your new house?" He's like, "Yeah, it totally is." So I'm really stoked that Doug's got his new place. He and his lovely wife are all moved in, and so is he all the way retired? Doug, are you all the way retired now?
I believe he is.
I think you are. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Excellent. I space it out all the time, but we have a build a fabric top guitar class coming up. Doug and Dave and Rick are all coming out for it. So there's actually 2 this year. Doug and Dave are coming out for the one in November, and Rick is coming out for the one in the next one. And I think there's some other people that might be signed up for that one too. Cool. So excellent. Those are going to be really fun.
That'll be a fun class.
Yeah.
We'll get to turn cloth into fiberglass.
Yes, we will. So Conan Mills says, I had some pretty good Mexican at a place in Stuttgart, Germany that was run by a South African guy who lived in California. Well, I mean, that's not. There's lots of great Mexican food in California.
I think the secret to all of that is giving a shit.
Yeah, with any business, right?
Well, yeah. So and
Did anybody ever say anything to us about what outlaw country is, and why this hat is not outlaw country? It's not. I love this hat. I don't know you guys who don't like it, Chris. I don't know what y'all's problem is. This is a great hat.
It is a great hat.
You don't like it.
Looks good on you.
You hate it, yeah.
I hate it.
You can say
That's
it.
exactly
You can
right.
say it. You can say it. You can say it.
I don't really hate anything. Well, there's probably something, but I mean,
Nancy Sinatra's second album.
No, it's fine.
I don't even know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah.
I think I'm nerd enough to know what her second album was.
I would think that, like, if anyone would know that I know, it would be you.
Yeah.
Carson wants to know, is the fabric bolt-on or set neck? It is absolutely a set neck, but we can do lots of stuff.
The class, maybe, or that guitar.
Well, that guitar that we just showed is a set neck, but the class is a bolt-on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yep. As soon as you glue the neck on.
Yep.
There's a little bit more time in everything you do.
And you know what, guys? I liked Billy Jack, but I don't. But this hat has what's called a pencil brim, and Billy Jack's was flat. So it's a little bit like Billy Jack, but not 100% like Billy Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom Lofgren. He became a senator or a Congress guy or a something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He like predated Steven Seagal movies by 20 some years.
He just kicked guys in the face on the Senate floor.
Yeah. Because he was like the Navy SEAL, Green Beret, badass dude who was like attached to all the hippie peace ladies and so like Steven Seagal had
So like
that,
he was down with that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you ever see Billy Jack?
I have, but it's been so long.
I can't
remember.
What you need to know is that Billy Jack basically was the emphasis for Steven Seagal's movie career.
Okay.
No hat and a different haircut, but you get the idea. Oh, and I don't think Steven Seagal ever wore as much denim as Billy Jack, but there's a different time. You guys get it,
yeah.
Different.
I've seen clips, and I like the sound effects, and I like,
Sure. Doug, super chat from Doug. Oh, we missed another super chat too. So Doug says, check out a missed super chat. That was very nice. Doug, you're absolutely right, and thank you for doing that. I missed it, and I'm going back. It's from Rotbox, and it's $50. I don't know how I missed this because I go. Blah, 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 blah. So Rotbox says, staying home on Sundays works for me and should work for you too. Great idea, guys. I haven't chipped in for a while, so I'll catch up, enjoy some beers or whatever. Thank you so much. I'm glad.
It's really cool.
I'm glad that you guys are kind of switched on to what we're doing with the Sunday thing, because I don't want to like leave you hanging.
Right.
And so, but I don't want you to have to come in.
Right.
I mean, I'll be here anyway, but
you like to have the opportunity to not be here.
Sometimes taking some time off is a good thing. Yeah. So, but I really like the premiere thing. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's
well,
very cool.
it's
and Doug, thank you for
gives
reminding
you
me.
Something to aim for, and we just don't. Yeah, it's more guitar centric on Sunday now.
Yeah.
Until we run out of ideas for videos, and then we'll just film ourselves.
But you know what? We have all those Patreon ideas for videos too.
Yeah.
So, William wants to know: are there any good Korean joints in there? I don't know.
I think there are.
There was one that was like a soul food, but it was pronounced spelled like Seoul, Korea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember thinking it was that awesome.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever went.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would be able to tell you if it was good or not good, other than it was yummy or not yummy.
Yeah. So you got a message from Dylan. You want to read it?
Yeah.
Or is it?
I think.
Okay. Ed Billy Jack was badass.
Just saw the Texas Toast on your channel. Been wanting a guitar with P90s. Just placed a pre-order as I couldn't pass up pickups.
Who is that?
A custom maker in what sounds like a well-made guitar. A guy named John Jonas.
Yep, he just signed up. He is right here.
There you go.
Right here.
Yep.
Jeffrey, cool. Yes, that song was from Billy Jack, the 110 Soldier. Yeah. Now it might have been a song before it was in the movie, but it was definitely in the movie at the very end. When they go to take Billy Jack, they take him alive. Yeah. So I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I can't. I am kind of stoked because I think we got 3 orders today for good, and I was kind of like, we probably won't get any today.
Yeah.
I was blown away.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking, and we've even said it. We haven't even gotten to the big promotion thing.
No, we haven't.
I thought we're going to show this guitar off last week. People will dig it. Then there'll be this like big lull because the guitar has to get shipped from here to Georgia, which is a little ways away.
Yep.
It was a 4-day UPS thing, and but Dylan talked a little bit about it here and showed some pictures and
Dylan's been great.
Yeah.
You know what though? You and Dylan came up with the idea of let's do a cross promotion thing.
Yeah.
Because like my tiny brain, I can't like fire my synapses that quickly.
Yeah.
But you guys were like, why don't we do a thing where we send the guitar to Dylan and he puts the pickups in it? I was like,
and then we put it in. Well, because I think the other aspect of this is getting the guitar in the hands of somebody else is pretty neat, and we can sit here and talk about how great we think the guitar is, but until somebody else thinks it's great.
Sure.
And Dylan's got a wide net.
He's got some juice. Yeah.
He casts a wide net.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat. So and as it turns out, his influence and net are even greater than we thought it would be. Because I thought, okay, so there'll be we'll sell a couple to people that we know, people that have bought stuff from us before, that have been looking
Which
for this
we
guitar.
did. Yeah.
And then there'll be this like lull, and then Dylan will do his videos on it. I didn't realize he was going to do the one this week on it, but anyway.
Yeah, that kind of came out of left field.
Yeah, and it's really it's still kind of conjecture.
Yeah.
So. And luckily he got the guitar today and pulled it out, looked at it, and so far really likes it. So
yeah. So
I figured as long as it doesn't show up broken, which it didn't.
No.
That he was
why? Because you and I know how to
really
build
nice,
a guitar. Yeah.
Really nice guitar.
And we have good cases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, not that nobody else does, but
things happen.
And sometimes when you get a headstock angle that's so drastic, it can even break in the case.
Well, yeah.
I don't like it any more than y'all do.
Yeah.
So so Doug says that he's really enjoying his TT red beer. Already drank 12 of the 24 today. No, you'd be passed out.
Yeah, I think Brad Guitar Miller said last night too that he had just reordered some.
Cool.
He really liked it. So
it's fun. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I love Chris and Dina from Odyssey and all the people there. Dylan wants to know how many of the original 10 are left. Well, Dylan, one. Unless, however, we do have one invoice here, and it by the time you watch this invoice is for the actual amount, $19.99. But the guy's like, I really want to get on the deal, and I don't think my order went in, so I just sent him an invoice. So I'm like, well, you got to get your $500 down to lock in the discount, which is $429, $430. You got to lock in the discount with $500 down before the end of February. But if you want it in 90 days, you got to do it before 2 other people. So right now there's 1, possibly 2 of the original 10 left.
Yep.
Here are the invoices. So yeah. So let's see. It might, and you know what? As I say that, it might be a thing here. Yeah.
Smells like Nashville hot chicken in here.
Sorry, I just burped. Yeah. So
worse.
It was good hot chicken, dude.
It was.
You were there.
It was temperature hot and spicy hot. And I started sweating like my dad.
It was, if you ain't sweating, you ain't eating.
Yeah.
And we were both sweating. Yeah. You were like, my hair is gonna get curly.
It did too. What's left got curly.
Let's see. Lefty says 1 or 2. Yeah, so that is true. Dylan, have you ever cut an Evans pickup open to see how it's constructed? That's not for us.
Yeah.
Joe says you should do the same with daily drivers and weekend drivers. If Dylan is finding customers more about Dylan, but that's an intriguing idea. However, the daily driver is a cool guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's a Telecaster. Mm-hmm. And you and I don't want to make a bunch of Telecasters.
Right.
We want to make a bunch of Challengers. Now, I don't like this idea. But we could very easily make a Challenger-shaped guitar with Tele appointments.
We've pretty much done that in the past, and we're not happy with it. And some of the we've made lots and lots of Challengers, and we've made lots and lots of Challengers
with different styles and
and bolt-on neck and different pickups and more fendery and more this and more that, and they were all fun and they were good, but in the end, it's not really what your vision of that guitar.
There's something about the mahogany neck that I really like for my guitar. Now, that's not everybody, but
right. Yeah, and really putting a bunch of Tele parts on a Challenger.
Then you get the nice Tele. Yeah.
Then
Tele rip off. Yeah.
Tele rip off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of guitars with 2 humbuckers and a stop tail and 2 pneumatic, or lots of guitars with 2 humbuckers and a Strat style trim. But as soon as you see that plate and that bridge with the pickup in it, your mind goes instantly to Tele.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More so than if you put 2 humbuckers and a stop tail on a Tele.
Yeah.
It's still a Tele. It's not a Les Paul.
Joe McCarthy says, send me an invoice, Matt. Joe, if that's what you want, I will absolutely do it. Joe, will you please send me an email to my Gmail account, or you go through the website and do it, and I will absolutely get you an invoice out. It'll look exactly like this, and we'll get you down. If you want it, we will absolutely do it. Yeah.
Cool.
Doug has one of the tellies, or the challenges with the telly bridge and the bolt on there, and it's cool.
Does he?
Yeah, he has the original one, and it's neat because it has a nice top and it's got wood binding, and it's badass.
Oh, Doug Santinella?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the other guy that just Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And yeah.
And I like, because I love Telecasters, but there's something about it. Like, I don't know. Like, my dream for this shop is to make my own shaped guitar. And as much as I love tellies, and I do, it's always going to be somebody else's design. And even like people who go, oh, well, the Challenger is just this. Well, yeah, but it's something that you and I, when I came up with it, and you and I kind of started modifying it and building a bunch of them, that's like our guitar. Yeah. And we've made a whole mess of them. And we finally landed on some things that we really, really like. And yeah, and it took a long, long time, right? I mean, how many years did it take us to make enough Challengers to where we're like, all right, this is what we're making? Yeah, quite a few. Yeah. Yep. You know how we'll know when we've really made it? When CC DeVille plays one? No, when you can order a Texas Toast Challenger from AliExpress for $300. You won't order a Texas Toast one from AliExpress. Yeah. Yeah, you might. It'll say Texas Toast. No. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. There's something about like having a cool exclusive guitar that, I see what you mean. And a lot of our friends have done that where they've like outsourced stuff. I don't have any interest at all in doing it. No, and that's not what I'm talking about. It's when enough people take notice that that all of a sudden your guitar gets copied by somebody else. Yeah. That's a long way down the road. By then, I'm pretty sure you'll work for the Fender Custom Shop, and I'll be bitter about it, and I will. I don't want to work for the Fender Custom Shop. Well, I just want to be bitter about it. Yeah. For one, I'd have to move to California. Yeah. And ever since they closed, down the Beachcomber, I'm not going to live there. Oh, okay. Yeah. And and I don't want to build Strats all day. You love building Strats. I forgot how much you like building Strats. Yeah. So let's take a super chat from our good friend Doug, who says, I totally agree that the Challenger is the way to go. In the years to come, that's what you'll be known for. Doug gets us. Doug has always gotten it. A lot of the people who watch this program that we do have gotten us from day one. Yeah. And Doug's definitely one of those guys. Yeah. He gets us, and he's into that. And I'm sorry. Go. Yeah. No. Well, he's a super cool. 100%. The interesting and the funny thing is it was kind of a leap of faith to go, you know what? I think the time is right to start building what we want to build. With no real history of doing it, because we had so much other stuff and still have a lot of stuff. People were like, hey, how much for like they would send a bunch of specs, and I'm like, yeah, sorry, we don't really do that. Yeah. The RD is one of those. We're not making a bunch of RDs. No, but we always kind of knew or felt like, as soon as people know that we can build a solid guitar, a nice guitar, I think the Challenger will take off. So let's keep building, other stuff. Well, it was time to gamble on ourselves, and so that's what we did. It really was, and so far it seems to be paying off. And I think Doug's right. Someday people will, when they hear Texas Toast, they will think Challenger. Yeah. Or they will think, why are they in Colorado? Well, they still do that. Yeah. Mike Ivey says that he bets the Challenger with a single humbucker and a Floyd would be one of the coolest guitars ever. Have we ever done a Floyd on a Challenger? I don't know that we have. No, we've done, and we do trims, Hipshot, and mostly Hipshot trims. Okay. So yeah, we could do a Floyd on one. Cecil wants to know, how long did it take to come up with your headstock shape like the way it looks? It took a long time. That was the headstock shape originally was not offset. It was matching, and it was sort of like my mentor Bruce Clay's headstock. In fact, it wasn't sort of like it; it was exactly like it. Yeah, and we modified it. Sort of knew. Yeah.
And I like that headstock too. I thought in the world of headstocks,
it was cool.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So headstocks are funny because it's hard to come up with something that looks good.
Yeah.
That's enough recognizable as a guitar headstock.
And not comfortable, but
well, yeah, it has
what's
familiar.
Familiar. Thank you. Yeah. So
you can't, and it has to be functional. There's probably lots of designs that you can do that. How are you going to put strings on it?
Yeah. What? Well, it has to be something that's easy to replicate over and over and over again.
Well,
and one of the things we discovered was like when you match the design to the tooling that you have, it suddenly gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
So a couple of things here, Chris. These are good points here. Dylan says, little known fact, it was Mike Ivy's idea that even checked out our channel.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's cool because we've known Dylan for many years now.
Yeah.
We even beat his RC car in with our belt sander drag racing. Now he won't
handily.
He won't agree to that. Well, I think it's time for a rematch.
Indoor versus outdoor. Yeah.
We're gonna settle it once and for all again until next time.
Yeah, that'll be almost 2 years in the making. The rematch. I don't even know if if he doesn't still have his RC car, he will round one up
or a belt sander.
And I think now that he knows what he's going up against. You might have your hands full.
Blackjack Guitar says that we should make a guitar called the Cuda. One of my favorite bands here locally was a two-girl led band called Hemikuda. They were great. In fact, the very last show that Hemikuda ever did, their guitar player was like 8 7/8 months pregnant.
9.5 months pregnant.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Bobby Dill says he just placed an order. Thanks. See you soon. Bobby, we were working on your Flying V just today, so I have no idea what you just ordered, but I hope that it was something cool. And I know it was something cool.
Week after next.
It looks like Bobby Dill ordered one of the Challenger Juniors. Right on.
Bobby Dill is quickly collecting the most eclectic.
That means 10 orders and who is it? Joe McCarthy wants one too.
Yep.
We're gonna need to extend it. We have to figure out a way to do this. So
because we can't let all of Dylan's hard work go to waste.
No.
Yeah. There was talk that this worked out so well that maybe we'll just ship all the guitars to Dylan as the intermediary, and he could just put his pickups in and wire them up and do a bunch of other stuff because he's not busy doing other things.
William wants to know, will we ever come up with a Texas Toast bass of your own design? So we have, will you grab my soul pole since we're talking about basses?
Sure.
It's right there. It's right there. Okay. So it's not my own design. It's a take on a Fender, but it's actually my friend Joey Colaroso was like, he's kept bugging me for a Challenger bass. So I'm actually going to be making a 30-inch scale Challenger bass for my friend Joey, and we love basses, we really do, but we have not put a bunch of effort into coming up with an all-new bass design. But we do make what I call the Texas Toast Soul Pole because it's super cool, and this is my personal soul pole. So it only has 7 frets. People freak out about that. But it only has 7 frets, and people go, well, it's because you solo in this area? No, it's because I never play there. This has one of Jerry Sentel's monster humbuckers in it. And Chris and I learned a lot about bass pickups when we wired this up. This is an all passive pickup, and it like blows doors.
Yeah.
It will knock your face off. It's so powerful.
It's got a lot of magnet.
Yeah. And you can tell it's my bass because it even has my name on it. Matthew Pendejo. And in sparkly,
That's what happens when you get a Cricut machine. My scrapbooking, you would not believe how good my scrapbooking is.
Where do I put this?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
Set it back over.
Okay, thank you, Chris. So we do make basses, and we would love to make more, but I don't know when. Yeah. Joe sent the email for the invoice. Thank you very much, Joe. Jim, thank you for saying all that you say about this Challengers being a cool, unique design. It's unique and familiar all at the same time, right, Jim? I hope that you think so. Yeah. Brad says, all I had to do was sit here with one of your guitars for 15 minutes, the Texas Ghost, and know whatever you decided to make would be the bomb. The very first time I ever heard someone say something was the bomb was in Venice Beach, Brad, and I'm sure you've been to Venice Beach numerous times. So, and Brad says, basis to melt your face off. Brad has actually seen my Matthew Pendejo Soul Pole in action, and it wasn't through my SVT rig, but it does melt faces. So, David Loveland sent us a super chat. He says, what class do I take if I want to build a Challenger? Well, David, we do not offer that design because the Challenger is in fact a trademark design. So, you would hear from our lawyer. We would love to have you come out and build your own guitar. We would love to build you a Challenger.
And you could build something Challenger-esque. You could design from within.
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
But if you want a Texas Toast Challenger that says Texas Toast on it and is a Challenger and has our headstock and our body shape, which are all trademarks, you would need to have us just make it for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And by the way, it would be cheaper to just buy one from us than it would to do the class. So.
Yeah. But if you wanted to make, there's and really in a lot of the classes, I mean, you're sort of learning the Texas Toast technique.
That's
so
true.
In a lot of ways, the important stuff, not the outline of the guitar,
yep,
not the outline of the headstock, but everything else is
but
very Texas
I knew
Toast.
This was going to come up because it comes up a lot. I want my guitar to say Texas Toast on it. Well, seeing as how the only guitars that say Texas Toast on it are the ones that you and I build, that we can't do that.
Yeah, and it's not a shot at anybody that's taking a class and building a guitar. We're not
because
saying,
those always turn out cool.
Because your guitar's gonna suck.
No, that is not what we're saying.
No, but put your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with your own thing. I built a bunch of guitars called Garage Built.
Did you?
Yeah, well, two.
That's a lot.
Come up with something that you think's fun and run with it for a minute.
Slacker Deluxe sent us the super chat. He says, looks like 2022 will be the year of Texas Toast. Congrats on your success. Thank you so much. That's what a lovely thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I went into this year with a very positive attitude. I can't say that necessarily about 2021, but 2022 I think is going to be a very good year for us. Mm-hmm. And I hope so. And thanks to everyone for helping that become a reality. So that's very, very excellent.
Yep.
So,
well, really Chris, looking forward to Dylan's video.
We need to figure. So we've already sold the 10.
Yeah.
What did your horoscope say today, Chris?
So I've been reading my horoscope for the last couple of weeks, probably since my birthday, just because I always think it's funny to read what's going to happen in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And today's was something about how, and it could still happen, something basically, I was going to screw something up and I was going to have to take responsibility for it, or something was going to break or something was going to go wrong, and I was going to have to take responsibility for it and figure out how to fix it.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just going to have to admit that. I was wrong about that.
Well, yeah, and admit, and take responsibility and
because frankly, when I said
I thought guitar's going to show up damaged.
When I said we were gonna cap this at 10, mm-hmm. Your first reaction wasn't okay, cool. It was right. When are we gonna make? And we've exceeded that, and it's the 4th.
Well, that's and once I thought about it for more than a half a second after you said it, I thought, 10's a solid number. I'm sure we can do that. Had no idea it was going to happen this fast.
I was hoping that would be the thing that you would buy me lunch at Popeyes. Hey, I bought you lunch at Dave's Hot Chicken today. Will you buy lunch at Dave's Hot Chicken when Doug's here?
Sure.
Or maybe we can make Doug do it. I mean, you still owe me lunch. But
yeah. Doug's going to come out and work, like a dog for a week. And we're going to make him buy us hot chicken.
Yeah, that probably
sounds right. Yeah. Sounds really, really right.
Doc says Steve from Maximum Guitars is helping with his custom design. That is awesome. Yeah. Doc, are you going to be building that when you're here with us? Thanks for the connection. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome. Greg Pearl is now a man of many more words. He says, my set neck has a gap in it. You know why?
The GAP?
Yeah, because because his Greg Pearl, and then the A stands for awesome.
Yep.
we have that custom put on his, and he was here with Doug Cook. That's right.
Yeah.
Chris did not break the pin router yet. You didn't drop Matt's soul pole. The very first night that I played the soul pole, I pushed it off my amp because the sound guy was giving me shit. And he's like, "Don't ever put your guitar up on your amp like that. It could fall off." And I go, "You mean like this?" And I shoved it off onto the floor, and it was at Cheers. And the guy never said anything to me again the rest of the night.
And that was the last time you ever played at Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, that's the last time we ever played at Shuggers.
Shuggers. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, guys, I need to go and get the invoices ready for some of these guitars because it looks like what Doc said. Hold on, we have to take another super chat from Doc. Yep, 100%. The templates will be delivered to your shop. That's awesome.
Cool.
Doc, did you get the discount code? I probably didn't send it to you because I'm so slow on everything. But anyway. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you on Sunday. We are going to be premiering another video in the series of building a Challenger. We're going to make the neck for that. I already did it. So yeah, we'll have to edit the video. And we will see you guys on Sunday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Drive safe, be careful. And if you live where it's snowing, hope you stay warm.
Yeah.
And I hope I stay warm too. I'm going to go get under the electric
blanket. We should make a video of us and Doug eating hot chicken.
Or frito pie.
And stepping up on heat.
That'd be great. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We will see you next time.